Well, no sooner do I make a video about how Lucasfilm kicking out Kathleen Kennedy would be some total bullshit than up pops rumor that not only is she leaving, she's already left and her replacement will be announced in September, probably sometime after episode 9 is done filming. Wouldn't that figure? I mean, right now it's just a rumor, but just in case it's true, I thought I'd take a look at what the experts imagine will happen next. And yes, I'm using Midnight's Edge because it's pretty representative of opinions I've seen elsewhere on this site, and going through them all would take me way too long.
It's very plausible that Kathleen Kennedy stays at Lucasfilm or beyond. Who will replace her? Rumor has it that if she gets to name her successor, it will be Kitty Hart, who is the head of the Lucasfilm story group, and apparently she is even more gung-ho about socially progressive/regressive politics than Kennedy is.
Oh gee, I wonder what gave them that impression. Oh, what about this woman would make them think she's progressive? Just, you can't tell, it's so subtle.
Combine that with her not having any experience with running an actual studio, and Disney may want someone else. Many a fan wants Dave Filoni, George Lucas' protege and showrunner of the Clone Wars and Rebels animated series. But again, Disney might not want to elevate the TV showrunner to the head of a studio.
Probably the only good point he's gonna make there. I mean, a showrunner is not equipped to handle a studio. When I was at WonderCon, I went to a panel full of lady showrunners, and they were pretty unanimous that the CEO part of their job is absolutely their least favorite part of their job. It leaves them no time to write or do the creative stuff they love. They have to approach the show like a business. Nobody likes it. Please don't elevate a showrunner. You'll make his life miserable.
Probably be more interested in finding another Kevin Feige type, someone who can run a studio while at the same time understands story structure.
Is someone trying to claim Kathleen Kennedy doesn't understand story structure? How the hell has she managed to make all those other movies then? That doesn't make sense to me.
And who excels at finding the right people to bring each part of a cinematic puzzle to life. About that, Kevin Feige is a huge Star Wars fan.
No way in hell is Disney letting Kevin Feige go anywhere. Infinity War is about to break $2 billion. They want to keep him right where he is. And I don't think it's within mortal ability for somebody to run both Marvel and Lucasfilm at the same time. Not if you want him to do a good job doing either. I don't believe it. You'd need actual literal superpowers.
In any event, right now, with Solo bombing in theaters against the backdrop of the Disney acquisition of Fox being sabotaged by Comcast, they might not be interested in any public leadership drama, not at this time.
Especially since John Lasseter is already leaving, and he's about as Disney as you can get. Losing 2 big executives in a short span, that says there's problems even higher up than them, and Disney doesn't want that.
If a change in leadership is on the cards, I don't think we'll hear about it just yet. But whether it ends up being Kennedy or not, somebody has a challenge ahead of them.
I think they just admitted they've got nothing. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, that the evidence of Kathleen Kennedy's supposed SJW agenda is so thin that if a male CEO made the same exact choices, nobody would think it was a thing. And let me see if I can predict what the reaction to the new CEO, whoever that is, if they look like this, or this, we can expect more cries of SJW agenda, get the progressive politics out of Star Wars, blah, 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 blah. Whereas if the new CEO looks like this, or this, we can expect them to say, oh, this is easily the best call Disney has ever made. I'm so glad we got rid of that witch. I'd be happy to be proven wrong about that. Where next? Okay, this is the big one.
Star Wars has painted itself into a corner on several fronts. Johnson veered off the original new trilogy plan in The Last Jedi.
That is a rumor I wish would die. There was no original trilogy plan. JJ had some ideas for where he thought it might go, but, you know, it's not like they didn't talk about it while they were writing it. JJ is listed as a producer on The Last Jedi. He and Ryan talked about the story as Ryan was writing it. I don't know why everybody thinks that JJ was somehow blindsided by what Ryan did.
Meaning Chapter 9 has to be changed as well, and he really left the makers of that movie with a tough nut to crack. 1 year prior to the release of The Last Jedi, Carrie Fisher died. Despite having a year to work this into the movie, The Last Jedi still ended with General Leia alive and well, and looking as though she has a monumental instrumental role in the next movie.
I know Carrie Fisher's dead, that's hard enough. I'm not going to pretend that I know how they should handle it. I'm just going to say that acting like it was suddenly on Ryan to write her out of the movie after the fact, just because she happened to die after reshoots were done, that would have been wrong. In fact, that would have been a little bit ghoulish. It's like, well, because she died, I guess we have to kill her. No, that's just disrespectful.
Just keep in mind, recasting didn't go down all that well in Solo.
Harrison Ford's still alive, asshole. Suggestion! Can't wait to hear this.
But if they ask for my advice, I'd suggest the following. First of all, remove the political undertones.
How? How do you remove political undertones from a series with war in the title? You know, I think that's the creepiest part of this line of criticism. This belief that somehow Star Wars has been, should be, or even could be completely apolitical. Star Wars is a series built around wars between competing ideologies. I know you used to think they were apolitical because of the distance between when you saw the original trilogy and the Vietnam War Watergate years that inspired it, but that doesn't mean they weren't considered very on the nose at the time. And the prequels had Palpatine quoting George W. Bush. They don't make this difficult.
Have all the strong female leads you want. Very few have any issues with that. But don't let an undercurrent of political ideology detract from the movies.
I would really like to see the strong female character that this particular crowd wouldn't object to. I imagine it would have to be somebody who doesn't have any powers and is probably a love interest for the strong male hero. That's just my theory.
Secondly, keep the Lucasfilm story group and continuity across all media, but maybe make some changes to the story group's composition.
Let me see if I can guess what sort of alterations you'd suggest. Yeah, that looks about right. And the idea of subjecting every Lucasfilm employee to a kind of ideological purity test is just creepy. Hey there, you don't let your opinions or your beliefs inform your work, do you? You know we don't truck with opinions here. Can you imagine what sort of bland, vanilla stuff we'd get if that was how art got made? If you weren't allowed to bring your deepest anxieties or fears or observations of how the world works to your work, you just had to, make sure it was middle of the road, sure to not offend or alienate anybody. Ugh, yuck.
Cancel episode 9, at least for the time being.
Holy shit, yeah, that's likely. It's a year and a half away, people. If you're still upset about The Last Jedi, well, you've got a year and a half to get over it. It's already written. It's happening.
Instead, do an Old Republic trilogy.
You want to do an Old Republic trilogy, but without any politics. How do you intend to do that? If I remember right, that series was full of politics, power plays, rebellions, competing agendas. You want to somehow make all of that apolitical? How?
Make movies that work on their own, which are consistent with, but that don't rely on nostalgia for the original trilogy.
Don't rely on nostalgia, but also don't do new things? Recycle all these old ideas? Go to the Old Republic? It makes no sense.
Continue the anthology movies, but no more movies dedicated to legacy heroes. Don't make a Leia movie, and don't make a Lando movie. Do make an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, though, bringing back Ewan McGregor.
No more legacy characters except for these legacy characters that I personally like.
And a Boba Fett movie, and even a Darth Vader movie, would be most welcome.
You gotta love the consistency.
I'd even welcome a Tag and Bink movie. Now that would be something for Lord and Miller. Granted, I am, at best, a casual fan. But something like that would at the very least keep me interested.
Well, heaven forbid we not keep you interested. As we all know, Star Wars is specifically geared for keeping the aging nerd demographic happy. I mean, it's like it never occurred to him that this... I got something in my face. If I had this here the whole time. But it's like it never occurred to him that maybe these movies aren't being made specifically for his demographic anymore. That maybe times are changing and audiences are changing, and even the way we consume media is changing. Guys, Star Wars fans, you're out there, right? We can do better than this, can't we?